every fucking time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bandit Football Fans. It's been a very interesting week. There's a lot gone on, and welcome to the show of Game Week Reviews. My name is Deji. Today we have Callum, and we also have D. D's back. From a week off, basically.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
missed 2 weeks.
Oh, well, I thought it's been a week. I kept my promise, obviously, last week in the last podcast. I cussed Arsenal a little bit. I just, kind of thing, but it had to be done. No, man, but okay, do you know what? Today's not even about that. Today's not even about that. Obviously, a lot has happened this week with our respective clubs. Let's start things off with Chelsea. It's been a very... Actually, do you know what? Let's kickstart. Let me ask you this question. Let's start off with this question.
Okay.
Lampard, it's not even a question, it's a statement. Lampard. Lampard out. What is your feeling? Yeah, what? Because a lot of people are throwing that up in the air now.
Wow.
Yeah, so people are throwing that up in the air. Obviously, you had yesterday actually. Obviously, you had the penalty lost against
Spurs.
What's it called? Against Spurs, and then I think it was the draw against Newcastle, isn't it?
West Brom.
Oh, West Brom, yeah, the draw against West Brom, obviously.
How very dare you go up and say compare Newcastle to West Brom? Newcastle has won a match this season.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, the draw against West Brom as well. Obviously, that question of Lampard out is getting thrown around left and right.
To be fair, in that game, I'm pretty sure West Brom was playing Crystal Palace.
That's a bit stupid opinion. Oh shit! What? Because of the kit?
What? Oh no, I did not make the kit. The kit just I don't know who Chelsea pissed off, but that kit has not been good for them. Whether it's the men's team, whether it's the Chelsea ladies lost the match in that kit as well. That kit is cursed. Like it just can't,
Crystal Palace got W's though. I swear they won this weekend as well.
No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure they lost. Yeah, they lost to Everton.
Oh
yeah. They lost to Everton with the dodgy handball stuff. Yeah,
I watched that. Yeah. They did that.
Well, you remember?
So yeah, Callum, what
United 3-1.
Say that again, D.
I said
whatever, man. Anyway, Callum, you were saying, go on.
Whoever's chatting Frank Lampard out is mad, man. He's got to be mad. That if anybody watched that game, West Brom game, sorry, I'm talking about first. I don't understand how you can come to the conclusion that he should be out. I don't know. Did you guys actually watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game.
Mate, tell me how many chances West Brom had in that game. 3, basically. 3 chances, and they buried every single one. I think we had something like 15 shots, and 7 or 8 on target. It should have. Oh, mate, it was just so frustrating. I thought we played really well. You're gonna laugh because of the slip from Thiago Silva.
What?
Never. It was funny when
none
happens,
of us
obviously.
would do that.
Yeah, you would.
But
Me?
You definitely 100%. But
I am hurt by that statement.
You know who would laugh as well?
Who would laugh as
Ben would laugh as well. Ben would definitely laugh.
Ben was flipping, that's why.
I couldn't even keep a straight face. You know why that's funny? It's hilarious on 2 fronts. One, it's his first official game in the Prem, and I can already imagine Lampard's thinking of, I'll give him an easy team to ease him into the league, right? And then he gets the captain's armband as well, which I kind of felt was a bit disrespectful. But still, that's why.
That's a bit weird, man.
Why is it disrespectful?
Bro, my man has... Seriously? You're telling me they weren't senior players that were on that pitch?
Tell me who should have had the captain.
Calabaro was in... What's the name of your backup keeper? Calabaro? That's his name, right?
Caballero.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah.
Bruh,
he's been there longer. He's been there longer. If you're going to go, fuck, you could even give it to Kante. You're gonna make my man debut in the give it to Kante. How many years has Kante been with Chelsea?
Did you see the game?
Sorry?
Did you see the game?
I did not. But again, like a slip on your debut and gifting a goal, nah. You don't want that from your captain.
Of a second or minute of the game, he dominated everything. It was ridiculous.
Apart from when he led the goal in.
Apart from that slip, every pass was crisp, committed, direct to a good player, forward pass. I don't think he lost a single aerial duel. Like, he was just on point, and then that slip is unfortunate. But
yeah, I think that was the only mistake he made in that game, though.
That was literally the only bad thing that he did. Not even a mistake. Like the only.
It's a good thing that didn't lead to a goal.
Mm.
Did the defender make a mistake? You know what? Take this as a good sign. Like, it happened to Liverpool. Stevie G slipped. Chelsea went on to do that stuff then. And then how many years later they won the league? So you guys are going to win the league in like 4 or 5 years?
Well, the other
way. How can you make that comparison?
The other way of looking at it is that Thiago Silva purposefully slipped, conceded a goal, and made sure that the other players had the mental strength to carry on through. He just drops his foot, slips, then he's like, "All right, come, let's see what you got."
You know what? That is a valid and that is captain level shit right there.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Could you pass it on to all your future captains that every game they just let one slip?
Oh, they have all slipped, mate. Don't worry. Kante slipped. Terry slipped. Yeah, they've done their fair share.
Oh, speaking of Chelsea, one in your last game in the Prem against West Brom, Kepa wasn't in goal. And now when you guys played Tottenham yesterday, Mendy was in goal.
Yeah.
In your mind, is this the end for Kepa? Is Kepa not even going to be in anything for the rest of the season?
I doubt it, mate. Unless there's like a miraculous change. I'm not doubting his commitment or his want or his desire to be as good as he can, but just pure confidence and he's done, man.
Bro, if I want to be a millionaire, don't mean gonna happen.
It's done, man. I think I think he's gonna go on loan.
What do you think about Mendy, though? Are you kind of happy with him?
Yeah, man. He had a good performance yesterday. He came for a lot of balls. He missed one of them, but he made good saves, like really good save to Lamela on the right-hand side, who was cutting in, played it kind of close to the defender, so Mendy's view was blocked. But it was all right, man.
Can I just say the beauty of having Kepa.
Let's be honest, it couldn't get much worse. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mendy could literally have commanded one player to move somewhere, and he's already better than Kepa. All they had to do is and they're like, "Oh, good." Mendy chose
that, bro. How can Kepa have no ratings like that? Do you know he cost 72 million British pounds? How many naira was it? How many Ugandan? Yeah, Ugandan dollars.
Can we just as an Arsenal fan, and I can say this as an Arsenal fan. How much are we paying Ozil? My man ain't sniffing the pitch anytime soon. Money paid means fuck all. We're looking at product on field. Kepa, okay, I'm going to say this right now, and you all know how tall I am, right? Kepa had me feeling like, bro, I could do something.
What the hell?
No, because seriously, do you know how confident you have to be to have a goalkeeper in the post and literally anyone is taking shots from outside the 18 because they kind of feel they chance it. Like the goal is the goal when last season when Arsenal equalized against them, when Bellerin had no business scoring that goal. Somehow he went past Kepa. Then the game against Brighton, when that goal was, I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Really? So yeah,
So how my question to you, Canham, is like how long do you think Lampard has? Because to be honest, don't get me wrong, I get what you're saying though, because in that game against West Brom, you can argue the fact that after half time they came back with a fight in it, and not any manager can do that. Like a 3-0 loss, a 3-0 deficit before half time is peak in it. That's a madness, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get what you mean, but it wasn't like it was 3-0 like a Liverpool down to AC Milan where Liverpool just didn't turn up in the first half.
Oh yeah, 100. Yeah.
It was like nobody watching that game at halftime thought that West Brom should be 3 up. Like if you like, do you know what I mean? That person does not exist. So it wasn't like we were shit first half, and well, I mean we were shit in terms of conceding 3 goals, but it wasn't like we were completely shit. It had nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why you guys have spent money is because you're trying to eradicate the mistakes, and it just looks like the mistakes ain't really gone. So you could say that, yeah, fair enough. You know, you didn't have a shit first half, and you know you played ball and all that stuff. But we all know if you can play as much football as you like, you can be the next, you know, Barcelona tiki taka and all that. But if you're leaking in goals from behind, that doesn't really matter. That doesn't become the problem anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. You have to look where the mistakes came from. Alonso, left back, and you know Emerson against Spurs showed the same thing. As long as
James as well. James went to sleep in the
yeah,
back.
and this is what I've always said, man. Physically, he's a beast. Mentally, that's a different thing. And I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. I said it with Christensen on the last episode. I don't know if it's going to change. He's got a lot of work to do. I keep saying it. Reece James got a lot of work to do to get anywhere close to Aspie's level of performance defensively. Going forward, we were joking in the chat. Like his crossing is unreal. Offensively, he's sick. But yeah, switched off. But that was the whole team, man. Alonso, the guy that scored was Alonso's man. And I know I'm not saying that Reece James escapes blame or anything like that because he was so slow and sloppy stepping out with the rest of the team. But that was Alonso's man. He let him go. And then Alonso's header for the very first goal. It was a good finish and there was a lot of play after that mistake. But still, it was a sloppy thing to give them possession on the attacking third. And then, the slip, 3-0. What can you say, man? Like,
yeah. So so how long do you think it's going to take before people? Okay, right. So the Lampard, I think the Lampard out is dumb. I didn't agree with it. I don't think you guys are at that stage yet at all whatsoever. So how long do you think it's going to take before it gets to Lampard out?
I reckon if it comes January and we're nowhere near like top 5, I think there might be like this. Then I mean, obviously there's always going to be pressure, but I'm not saying I agree with that, but that's what I think will happen. I think he needs this season. Hopefully, finishes like top 7, maybe top 6, top 7. And
what he should do this season, you want him to? He should finish top 6, top 7.
I'm saying like within those places.
Yeah, but he came fourth last season though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that I don't think we can get that, but I do think we can finish top 4. But if we keep having these games where we batter the door down and still concede 3 goals at half time, so frustrating, man. But the thing for me, man, the biggest thing for me is like there's a big amount of luck with the squad at the moment, and what I mean by that, well, in our case, unluck. Because, you know, like as long as we don't have Chilwell playing and Emerson and Alonso playing, we're making mistakes and conceding goals. As long as we don't have Pulisic and Ziyech playing, like I've said it before, those are like Pulisic is arguably our best player. We don't have him. It's just the squad is like trimmed down to the max, man. It's so frustrating at the moment. I see our team play, but we haven't yet. So let's see, man.
Sounds like depressing times.
I tell you, the word is frustrating, and it's happened so much for like months and months now. It's just so frustrating. You can see the quality, you can see the idea, you can see the drive. I thought our energy and aggression, your favorite word, Dave, your passion, the passion. I thought everything was there on Saturday, but it just couldn't convert it. Just could not convert it. I can't fault the players. Obviously, I'm excluding the mistakes here. I can't fault the players for lack of trying.
Yes, you can.
I can't, man. They gave everything. They tried everything.
Like,
you know what? They came back from a 3-0 deficit in the second half. Not a lot of teams can do that.
And who bagged the goals? Matt, Callum, and Tammy, innit?
Sorry.
Tommy. Tommy. I said Tommy. You know.
Again, sorry. You're like just. I want us to put this thing in proper context, right? Chelsea, a Champions League team, went 3-0 down to a team that just got promoted and hasn't won a match. I swear, have they even won a match this entire time? I don't think so. Gibbs punched the man in like their first game. They lost their second one. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like Chelsea is going to be like miraculously become amazing. But here's the thing, right? It's kind of like this is my philosophy with Arsenal this season. Against every other team, I expect us to try and grab at least minimum a draw, other than Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool and Man City are the only team that should be bodying anybody that is not in the top 4 race.
I don't think so. I disagree with that.
Yeah, but here's because I'm not saying they're the only teams that are going to do it, because all our teams are stupid and they're going to drop stupid points, But here's the thing: if Chelsea is serious about top 4, and I know Ben said that thing about give the first 5 games because no preseason and that, but here's the thing: you can't go 3-0 down before halftime to a team that just got promoted. Imagine, I'm not even like the only reason Chelsea gets away with it.
Okay, so if you say that, okay, right? So if you're using that same logic here, don't get me wrong here. Liverpool won the first game of the season against Leeds. Should we use that? They won, fair enough. But then should we now use that argument against Liverpool then to say that they shouldn't be conceding 3 goals against a team that's just come up?
They shouldn't be conceding 3 goals.
But it's gonna happen. These teams. The thing is, you know what's interesting? Yeah, this is my opinion on this season. Not even this season, just the last couple of seasons. Yeah, and it's becoming more apparent right now. These so-called small teams that we keep on saying, these teams are just any teams you should be brushing aside. They're not as shit as what people think.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like the teams are shit and that's why they should be brushed aside. I'm saying West Brom is shit and West Brom is that's what I'm saying. Because let's call it straight, right? We saw the Leeds and Liverpool match. You looking at that Leeds team, every goal they scored was not because Liverpool decided, oh my God, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. The goals against Chelsea were literally Alonso went to bed. Thiago decided, he'll channel Steven Gerrard, and I don't even know how the third goal came about, but I know it was a fuck up somewhere. That's what I'm saying. This is like when Arsenal played Fulham, and Fulham was bad, right? If Arsenal had conceded goals against Fulham, I swear to God, I would immediately start having doubts about Arteta and the process or whatever's going on. Because in the back of my mind, I'm just kind of like, that team does not have the quality for you to be conceding against. West Brom didn't score those 3 goals because they were good, right? They scored those 3 goals because Chelsea was sloppy.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said as well.
Because here's the thing. The moment the second half started and Chelsea came out and they actually they had their shit together, they locked them down. No, West Brom wasn't getting any goals. They didn't get any goals. Like that didn't happen. And Chelsea just pretty much just battered them until they got it. I mean, Chelsea fought until the end. And if you're looking can you imagine Chelsea being 3-0 down against let's say a certified Prem team? Let's go nuts. Even though it sounds a bit disrespectful, let's say Sheffield United. If you're 3-0 down, if Chelsea's 3-0 down against Sheffield United, do you see a comeback on the cards? Really? Like, there's levels to this shit. I'm not. Firstly, I'm not like the Lampard out.
See the game.
Sorry?
You didn't see the game, man.
I saw the game. I saw the highlights, and I saw I'm not talking like the goals. I saw extended highlights. I'm saying Chelsea. West Brom did not get their goals because they played amazing football and they broke Chelsea down and then they went in.
Did you see the first goal? That was a good finish.
No, I'm not knocking the finishing. I'm saying before my man got to the position where he could finish, right? Chelsea was sloppy.
Yeah, no denying that.
That's what I'm saying. And if you're going to be sloppy, there's a position that you can be sloppy against, and if they punish you, you kind of go, that's par for the course. If you're sloppy against Liverpool and Liverpool bang in 2 or 3 goals, that's fine. If you're sloppy against let's go Everton and they banging goals, that's fine. But against West Brom is not a good team.
Yeah, that's what the guy scored. He's scored how many goals in the Premier League so far?
And all of them against Chelsea.
at this point,
they had 3 shots on target. 3 shots on target the whole game. 3 goals. We had 11 shots on target. 24.
But this all the things you're pointing out to me here are this. One, Chelsea's defense makes opposing strikers really ridiculously efficient. Two, Chelsea's attack is not as efficient as it should be, which is a problem from last season, which is why I imagine you got Tino Werner in, you got Havertz in. The problem's not going away, so that's a problem. At which point you have to start asking yourself.
But it's not our full team. That's what my point is. Judge us when we have Pulisic, Ziyech on the field, because against West Brom, we basically had no width until Hudson-Odoi went wide.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
one winger currently available at the club.
With the quality of players you had on the pitch, right? You should be putting West Brom to the sword.
Yeah, that's what I don't disagree.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like okay. And as I'm saying this, I know I've just set myself up that when Arsenal take on West Brom is going to do a madness and bang like 4 against us.
Yeah, this is the thing, yeah. So this is why I've been quiet, yeah, because I'm not saying this is why I haven't said nothing, because I know what's going to happen this season. There's going to be a pure madness, yeah, with all these small clubs doing they're going to do a madness, and people are going to sit there thinking, but I don't get wait, just quickly, yeah. So like the point where you're saying that with the type of team that Chelsea has, they should be beating XYZ and stuff like that. And I'm saying that, yeah, 2, 3, 4 years ago, not even 2, I would say 3, 4 years ago, yeah, fine, fair enough, I can agree with what you're saying. Right now, the way teams are set up, it's not as easy. Bro, you know Brighton, yeah? I'm not saying Brighton are shit or anything like that. You would say Brighton are shit team. Even though we won, yeah, we should have smacked them. But the way they play, the way they're set up is different, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Brighton is a different case. We already saw how good Brighton can be when they played Chelsea the week before. West Brom has been shit from day one. I'm not even. It's no. I'm like, is there any team that like? Okay, so
They got promoted though, so they can't be that shit.
Bro, they got promoted by playoffs and they barely got it because Brentford decided to take the piss. Don't try it. No.
Bro. Did they get promoted? Yes or no? Did they get promoted? Yes or no?
Fine. You know what?
Is it a competition?
Actually,
is it a competition?
No, they got promoted. Excellent. That's well done. The first 2 games in the Prem. The first 2 games in the Prem, they got smacked, and they're not even who they got beat so bad. My man was frustrated. Gibbs punched someone. That's
Everton. That was against Everton, isn't it?
Like you can't tell me, like, say for example, like when Leeds is a problem, we understand why Leeds is a problem. They came into the game, the first game, they played the champions, they made Liverpool work for the win, right? They literally made them work for it. Every goal Leeds scored on that day was quality because they followed through, they had excellent build-up play, they showed what they can do.
Bamford had from Van Dijk's mistake, no?
Sorry? No, but so Van Dijk made 1 mistake. The other 2 goals were quality. And even if Van Dijk wasn't making that mistake, you were looking at Leeds and you were like, this team can get the job done. No one has literally said that about West Brom their 2 previous matches until they met Chelsea, and then Chelsea decided.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and then just like 1 out of 3 games, bro. It's not like we played 30 games and the one time we played us.
Here's the thing, right? When Chelsea played Brighton, on if you look, like we all watched that match, right? Based on play alone, Chelsea had no business winning that game, right?
I don't know if you could say no business.
Come on, bro. We saw the game. We saw the game.
100%, but no business. Come on, flipping out.
All right, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing because this is getting serious. Right. Let's move on to Arsenal. Obviously, you ain't been here for 2 weeks or whatnot. Shake your head, Bram. We need explanations. We need investigation. We need your report. Investigation.
If you're talking about the first 2 games, Fulham is Fulham, so we did that for that's a given. Against West Ham, we showed what the problem is with Arsenal in that if the team don't play up to our strengths, which is we're waiting to hit them on the counter, get the ball to open and do that, we suffer, and we definitely need a creative force in midfield. That one is that goes without saying. Against Liverpool, bro, it's Liverpool, and Liverpool were on their shit. It's not. I'm not surprised. Like you notice, before the season started, I think I said this in the group, and I'll say this for the rest of the season. Man City, Liverpool, I'm not expecting to get points off them. Like I've just accepted that those 6 points are beyond reach right now. We're not getting them, right? Straight up, we're not getting them. Everybody else, we need to be getting points off them. Because I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it, and now, and I'm just kind of like, so we have Sheffield United next. Sheffield United have had a bad start to the season. I bet you any money they're going to turn up. Arsenal's going to play them, and all of a sudden they're going to be like prime Brazil or some shit. But
But this is my point, though. But this is what I'm trying to say to you. So, like, are you confident enough that, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, I've spoken to a couple of people and a lot of people have been saying Arsenal are on job in it. They seem like they know where they're going and they're heading in the right direction. That's fine. That's fair enough. But again, I can't help but think to myself, people are forgetting about, like, for example, I'm gonna be very honest, yeah. I don't like
Mhm.
watching Man United play. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, bro, I don't really want to watch this. At the moment, I'm enjoying Everton's football. I don't know why. It's the eye catching. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
James,
bro, James is doing a madness, bro. He's doing an absolute madness. But the thing is, yeah. So going back, going back on point, yeah. Going back on point, I think, yeah, a lot of people are looking at these like a lot of people are looking at teams, a lot, especially for the big six. They're looking at these teams, going, "Yeah, man, we should just be smacking it." Where like the confidence is so high,
oh
and
no
I'm
no no.
sitting there thinking, maybe Man United are that shit, but I'm just sitting there thinking, bro, these
Now
teams
I'm
are on
not.
job. They're actually doing
Oh
something.
no. I'm not expecting easy points. Don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting easy points. But there are games that we should be winning. Like we should be getting points off these games. Don't get me wrong. I'm like the two teams, like I said, like the moment we step onto the pitch with them, I'm going, we're not getting anything today. Man City, Liverpool. I'm not looking to I'm just those are just out of. But for everyone else, I'm thinking the team that turns up should at least be able, at the very least, one they should play for. They should play for. Worst case scenario is a draw, but I expect to see the team to actually put in effort and actually like if the team gets. I still expect competitive football because like this is the Prem. Every team can every team apart from West fucking Brom, right? Is you know is
let's be
Fair
honest.
game.
Fulham is the only team that in the whole of the Prem that I'm like, we're bagging 6 points. We have to be bagging those 6 points. And even that for us is a local rival, isn't it? So they'll up their game. Fuck's sake.
just
But
like
And
just
as
like
a Man
just
United fan, I'm gonna say that that's not happening for us. So it's you know. What I mean?
but this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. It's like every other team. Like if we're taking out like okay, Liverpool, we figure they're lock for like title or going the distance or whatever. Man City, same thing. They have to fight for it. They just got their asses whooped 5-2. They're going to be extra hungry for it. Fair enough. Them two teams, I can understand anyone losing to them, right? Every other team is just kind of like so. Say for example, Arsenal right now. I optimistically, I said this in the group. I optimistically am projecting a top four finish. The reason why I'm projecting a top four finish is I'm looking at the state of Chelsea. I think personally Chelsea spent their money in the wrong area of the pitch. I think there's no point like if the game plan is you need to outscore the other team, but one from the way the season is going, Chelsea don't look like they're doing that. And then you have a dodgy defense. Then what's the goddamn point? Like even if I'm looking at that Chelsea team and they've proved it last season, when Chelsea score, I'm still looking at that defense and I'm just going, if I get past Kante, I got a shot. Maybe now I won't take a shot from like outside the box because Kepa's no longer in goal, you bastards. But like other than that,
apologies. Sorry that we fixed that problem.
I know, right? Like you couldn't wait until you played Arsenal. You couldn't wait, but like no, but like every other team, like we're in it and we should be able, like we should be in with a shout. Like I'm not expecting Arsenal to just win or draw every other team. I'm not expecting that, but I'm expecting us to put in a higher level. At least we need to be competitive in every single game, right? So that is what I'm looking at because I already like I'm even if we're playing Chelsea, if we're playing United won. We beat United last season and we drew with them one and we beat them the other. So in the back of my mind, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not
Yeah.
that scared of United. I'm not scared of United. Chelsea, I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm going, you know what? That attack line can do damage, but it ain't in sync yet. They're missing Pulisic.
It's not the attacking line. It's nowhere near our best team.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you guys aren't doing the business yet. Pulisic is missing for some reason. Ziyech hasn't started playing yet.
He's
And
injured, bro.
oh, he's injured. Huh?
This is what I'm saying.
No, but dude,
Chilwell's injured, Ziyech's injured, Pulisic injured, Kante coming back from fitness, Thiago unfit, brand new goalkeeper, Kai Havertz come to a brand new league,
you're
Timo Werner to a brand new league.
you're saying all these things, but it's West fucking Brom, mate. It's West Brom. This team
All right,
has
right. Let's talk about let's talk about the Arsenal and Liverpool game.
yeah.
Yeah. So with that game, right? I was looking at it. Like, don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying. It's Liverpool, innit? Like, I think we can all, agree that if you come against Liverpool, more than likely you're not going to win that game, innit?
Just
So my thing is that I think so. I had this debate with someone, and I can't remember who. I know it was my mate actually. I had a debate with my mate about it, and I thought that Chelsea against Liverpool, Chelsea held it up pretty well up until they went one man down, right? So
yeah.
you can kind of agree on that. With Arsenal, you guys got pinned back so badly. I was looking now. You got pinned back by
Yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah.
It was really bad. And I look at it and I go to myself, if I'm trying to compare the two teams, Arsenal and Chelsea, I'd say Chelsea are, on their way. And I look at Arsenal and I think, you still got a long way to go to be pinned back that much by Liverpool.
Remember when, I don't know, when we're in the group and when we were watching the match, I remember saying like, oh, the midfield needs work in how they come to receive the ball when we're playing at the back.
Yeah,
That
playing
one
from the
that
back,
one
yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. But the thing is, like, the reason why I'm not freaking out is because, like, it's about knowing what you have on hand. You look at it, and like, you look at our midfield, for example, Xhaka and Ceballos, and like, I've had to deal with Xhaka for quite a while, so I'm quite aware of like his ceiling. I know where, oh, this is where he's going to top out. Like, that's the best he's going to give me. I know that against a Liverpool midfield and a Liverpool front line that presses like no man's business and does all those things, I wasn't like, you noticed during the game, I wasn't angry. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. I expected all of this because one, the back line our back line is good enough for most teams. But the mistakes that we made, like the goal, for example, the one where the Leno practically provided an assist and just pushed it into the way of the, like, the first goal and the third goal, David Luiz nodded the ball out, and then my man just took it and, like, that was a gift. And those are the things. Like, as much as Liverpool were pressing, as much as like they weren't getting clear cut chances, when it was at 2-1, right? If Lacazette had just done what needed to be done,
Yeah, buried it. Yeah.
that's
But
that's
what's
that.
happened to him, man? What's going on with him?
I
That's crazy. I think he's going a little bit downhill to me.
No, it was
I
just
think
the game, in my opinion. He's been banging the goals otherwise.
No, I
You think
think
so?
no. He scored in all three games now. But I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those things where he's very much he's a confidence kind of striker, and the way Arsenal are playing at the moment, we're not playing through him.
No, you're
So
playing through Aubameyang, isn't it?
what
Basically.
exactly we're trying to get Aubameyang to, and then he's supposed to be like dropping back, and I think that's part of affected how he finishes, because you can see when he went off the bench, when he went off the pitch, you could see him, he sat down, he took his shirt over his head, because even he knew that was a massive chance that could have changed the entire thing.
Yeah,
Like,
the whole game. Yeah.
when I saw that, I was just kind of like, as he got it, I was just kind of like, come on, just give me 2-2 and 2-2, and I figured, like, and it didn't happen. And again, even when that happened, I was vexed, because I was just kind of like, man, you should be bearing that. But then I realized, like, look here, even if it had gone down to 2-2, Arsenal weren't playing in a way that was giving me confidence that we were going to score again. At that point, if the game went 2-2, I effectively figured like we were going to do properly and just lock down, and then just like park the fucking bus, trailer, plane, whatever needs to be parked. Make sure like Liverpool ain't getting in. But the thing is, and this is why I'm not annoyed with the performance. I'm not annoyed with the performance because I saw this team play Fulham. I saw this team play West Ham. We know how to like kind of figure out a way around those teams. I'm not worried about playing Liverpool and Liverpool outshining or dominating us. It's like even Arteta is honest about the prospects. He was talking after the game and he was like, it took Liverpool time to get here. We, like, Arsenal is big, because this is the thing. I think the FA Cup win has some Arsenal fans and some other people kind of overrating this team more than they should. Like, yes, we beat Man City, yes, we beat Chelsea, but let's put this thing in proper perspective. One, Man City's defense is hella suspect, right?
Oh,
Two,
mate.
two,
Bad.
Chelsea lost Pulisic in that final. If Pulisic stays that entire game, I'm not gonna lie,
Different story, innit?
different story. Maybe best case scenario, we take it at penalties. That's about the best case if Pulisic stays in that entire game.
Don't forget the position that we lost Pulisic. He was literally just about to pull the trigger 1-on-1.
Hey, again,
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's true.
I'm not. Like I said,
on the
like
game, that would be different. Yeah.
so I understand the limitations of this team. Also, let's not forget, Arteta has this gig for less than a year. The fact that at this point he's bringing something that resembles like a game plan on the table, and we're all like, "Wow, he's doing stuff," is a mini miracle in and of itself. I'm not expecting this team and he's doing this with. Let's be honest. He's doing this with goddamn Xhaka. Like that. Like, come on, man. Like that alone. You have Xhaka in your midfield. You have Sebastian. Before Arteta came, I was calling Ceballos fucking Beyblade. Like,
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
So like at this point, it's still a work in progress. I can't get mad. I need what I need to see from Arsenal is what I've seen so far. Is if you're not playing outstanding quality opposition, I expect you to be competitive. They were competitive against Fulham and we got the win. We were competitive against West Ham and we somehow got the win. Even though West Ham now went on to wipe Wolves out 4-0. I don't understand how the fuck that happened.
3-0. I think they won. Is it 3-0 or 4-0 they won? Oh, 4-0. They beat Wolves. Yeah, that was surprising. They beat Wolves 4-0.
Again, and this is the caveat I will always put in that it's still West Ham against Wolves. It's not Chelsea against fucking West Brom.
No, but this is what I'm saying though. You can't say that. That's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. Anything this season, I think this season is going to be a season of anything can happen.
Yeah.
I really do.
Not with West Brom.
Did you expect? Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? So let's move on to. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to talk about Man United. I've got nothing good to say at all whatsoever. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sorry, because here's the thing, right? I get why you might not want to talk about the Brighton game because like that just makes sense. You guys got the hella lucky. But other than the Brighton game, so far the two previous games before, leading up to it, have you seen signs of stuff that's been encouraging, or is just no?
Hell no. Hell to the hell. This is a serious capital N and O. No. I've got nothing good to say about them. To be fair, I want to.
There you go. If you ever think that your team's doing that, just know that Deji has no confidence whatsoever.
You're trying to trigger. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to trigger me, and you're trying to It's that fishing line again, isn't it? Really and truly. Don't try and trap me.
Here's the thing, right? This is the vibe that I'm getting from Man United, right? Man United is still it's. I think the problem with Man United is you guys are riding that name for as long as you guys can, as far and as long as it can get you, right? Two.
The name Man United?
The name Man United, yeah. It still carries weight, man. And also, I'm pretty sure the referee's check cleared just in time for you guys to pull the shit that you guys pull off. So, yeah, like, I can just imagine. Like, that's why, like, where he might have blown the whistle for a game over and still they went, oh, yeah, penalty and that. Like, the moment that happened, I was just kind of like,
no. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. No. I'm not having that. Because no. Do you know why?
It's almost like this. Bro, the check cleared, and it's like penalty.
No. Now I know you're chatting rubbish here. Do you know why? Yeah, this is why I know you're chatting rubbish because in the group chat, what did you say? You said as long as it's consistent. Is that not what you said?
No. Don't get me wrong. That's just me taking the piss. No, that's just me taking the.
So for the people listening, obviously, people who are watching on YouTube, you can see how serious my face is. And for people listening on Spotify, I just wanted to clear that up, innit? Or listening on live, I just want to clear
the penalty. I agree with you, Dej. Every game in the Prem is not guaranteed. You cannot go into a single game. Just look at Newcastle.
Unless you are playing West fucking Brom.
Listen, D. You what, bro? Hold on. Let me just find it. Let me find it.
Please understand. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill.
2nd of January, 2021. It was West Brom Arsenal. Come.
Bro, mark the date. Mark the date. Like tattoo it on your goddamn forehead. I don't care. Against West Brom.
Watch them get smacked. Watch them get smacked, and then we'll see what he's saying then.
What about Fulham?
Dude, I understand. If Arsenal lose to West Brom, I say this now, not without a word of a lie. I say this 100%. One, whichever Arsenal jersey I'm wearing on that day, I'm sending on fire. Right?
Oh.
I'm willing to take the. I'll set it on fire.
Oh, damn.
You heard it, guys. You heard it.
For the rest of the season, I ain't saying shit in praise of fucking Arteta or anything. How you gonna lose to West fucking Brom?
Wait,
No fucking way.
we didn't lose. First of all, we didn't lose. Secondly, is it just West Brom? Fulham? What about Fulham?
West beats Fulham. We already beat Fulham at Craven Cottage. We ain't losing to Fulham at home, bro. Nah.
So West Brom is one thing, but Fulham is another, bro.
No.
Fulham is bottom of the table.
No, Fulham could finish bottom of the table. What I'm saying is, actually, you know what? That's a fair point. Yes, put Fulham and West Brom. You can't be losing to them too.
Okay.
And Leeds, what's his face? This Kizzy has been trying some shit about Arsenal losing to Leeds home and away. And unfortunately, I'm watching that Leeds team, and those fuckers can do damage. So I ain't saying shit about them. But
wait, so just so we're clear, yeah, the shirt burning terms and conditions apply to home and away to West Brom and Fulham.
West Brom.
No. We can't do home and away because they're not gonna lose home and away. There's no way. Go on. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, Dage. I was saying at any game, home or away to Fulham or West Brom.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll have that. I'll take that one. I'm on your side for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Like again, this is like record. This is recorded. This is going on YouTube, right? It's going to stay forever on YouTube. That's fine. Like if it's possible, Deji, mark the time, the entire frame that I said this, right? If Arsenal lose, right? I need lose to West Brom, home and away, or home or away. No, or. Yeah, so that's it. So yeah, that's 3 games. 3 games. Fulham at home at the Emirates. West Brom home.
Well,
West Brom away.
You should be beating them, no? That's what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely. If we lose any of those 3 games.
Oh wait, so it's not win, because before you were saying you should be beating them.
Oh, fine.
So if you draw, draw.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm saying.
A draw, then what? Is it the same situation? Yeah.
You know what? No. Good. We need to win all 3 games. If we don't win all 3 games, that's 9 points. If we don't get 9 points on them 3 games, I am burning whatever jersey I'm wearing.
Yeah, cool. I'm on that bet.
Right?
Yeah, bet. That's a bet.
Huh? How do you see 4 games? We already beat Fulham 3-0.
Against Fulham.
We beat Fulham already 3-0.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Just checking.
Don't get it twisted. Man is not on that Thiago slipping nonsense. Look here, we're not making West Brom and fucking Fulham look good.
Let's leave it at that. That's a bet. Yeah, that's a bet. You've said what you've said. It's recorded.
I said it.
My thing is, I want you to burn it properly.
I said it at 7:34 on the 30th of September 2020. Yeah, Arsenal is not making West Brom look. Don't try it.
I want you
live.
I want you to ash. That's what I want. That's what I want.
All right, so I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pick my least Arsenal jersey because Arsenal can fuck me over.
No, D. You said
there's no confidence whatsoever.
No, I said what?
These terms are changing by the second.
Oh, calm down. I said I bought whatever jersey I was wearing on the day. I didn't say which one. I just said the jersey. So calm down.
You said whichever one.
Cool. Right, guys. Moving on. Obviously, like I said, on the Man United case, I don't see anything happening. Right now, there's just too much going on. I think Man United, like I said in the last podcast, there's just too many problems. And it just seems like it's not getting fixed anytime. And when it does get fixed, it has to get fixed one by one. They can't fix it all at once, innit? On the pitch, if we're talking on the pitch and stuff like that, it's just a catastrophe. As I said to you in the Brighton game, D, when we was talking about it in the group chat, it seems like we can get to the final third, but once we get to the final third, there's no ideas.
Here's the thing. Not to knock that, but we saw Man United playing against Brighton, and there were times when, apart from a few offside calls, where things just kind of didn't go your way on the offside and stuff, you guys played some pretty decent football. And let's not knock Rashford's goal. Rashford's goal was solid because he went, he played, You know, so I'm not like I get like you can look on the whole and go, oh, there's nothing to be like excited about, but there are bits and glimpses that there are glimpses that you can see that the team has a plan. It just don't
I
always
really,
hit right.
I can't see it. Do you know why? Should I tell you something? You know, there's something I've been thinking about this week here, and I'm
Yeah,
looking at, and we're looking at all the transfers that are being linked to Man United and stuff like that. Now, if you look at the players that the managers have bought and stuff like that, there seems to be an idea behind what the manager is trying to do, as in when he's trying to go get these players. Now, I can't see that. Like us being linked to Sancho when you've got problems at the back doesn't make any sense. As I keep on saying, yeah, we have not. This is not the first season or the second season we've been chasing a centre back. We've been doing this for a good 7 solid years, 7, 8 years that we've been looking for a
Bye
centre
is
back.
coming back.
Don't forget, dickhead. But yeah, we've been chasing that for a long time. Yeah. So and then when we went to go get when we were linked with Regulion and stuff like that, yeah, I said it in a podcast. Yeah, anyone can go back and watch it. I was like, you know what? I said that I can see what Ollie's trying to do with the signings that he's trying to bring in, especially when he decided to bring in Van de Beek. I was like, oh, cool, I get it. It makes sense what he's going to do. Honestly, I thought he was going to use him as a box-to-box player, but it doesn't seem like he wants to use him as that. He wants to use him as a number 10. No, yeah, wants to use him as an attacking midfielder. And I'm like, but I don't get it though. You can see that we have the problems at the back, but it doesn't seem there's a plan. There's not a method to your madness. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. And this is where it starts to show on the pitch, because the type of players that, if you're saying that Rashford's goal was good and there's glimpses of attacking style of play, then there's no need for you to then bolster that right now if you have serious problems at the back. So the type of players that you're supposed to be bringing, like we're getting linked to Dembele. If we get that guy, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be like, bro, what is going on in this club?
Just so you know, if you get Dembele and you're mad about it, you have an inkling of how I felt last season when we signed Pepe, when it didn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, like
Yeah, but do you get my point though? What I'm trying to say, like,
oh no, I absolutely yes. I see you, brother. I understand. I understand that.
there needs to be if you're gonna have a style as a manager, so for example, now I've been watching the Spurs thing. I know you two aren't gonna be appreciative of this, but I've been watching the what's it called, the All or Nothing Spurs thing, right? But this is what I said in the group chat before. I said that, you know what, yeah, I can see why Mourinho's team when he was at Chelsea was so sick, because when he was building that team and he had a style in his head, the type of players that he was bringing in suited that style. So
Can
he's
I
trying to
just say?
he's trying to do the same thing at Tottenham. Don't bring your hater juice,
I'm
gooseberry.
no. I'm not bringing any hate to juice here. What I'm saying is this, right? Like you want to, if you're pointing to his time at Chelsea, please let's not do that, because comparing the quality of players that he had at Chelsea to the quality of players he has at Tottenham, completely different. Not even on the same.
What I'm trying to say. But this is what I'm trying to say.
Sorry. How am I wrong? How am I wrong? You are you comparing that? What could Dyer even?
Oh my, I'm not saying that you're wrong. That's now the fact that you brought up Dyer, I can see the juice trickling from your mouth, the hater juice. So listen to what I'm saying before you start talking.
Dyer ain't getting that Chelsea team. Is all I'm saying.
How the fuck
I said
did he get man of the match yesterday, by the way? What was all that about?
Because
man of the match.
Apparently he went to go do a shit and he come back on the
Yeah, he did. I have no idea how he got
that's man of the match quality, right?
This is proving my point. Chelsea are making a habit of making players look good this season, especially West fucking Brom.
No, listen to the point that I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Sorry, let me just say this, Callum. I'm never forgiving you lot for that. Just so you know, for the entire season, I'm not forgiving you lot for that. That's just it. Just standard.
This is the point.
Hey, on your point, mate.
Yeah, go on then.
So you know your point that you were saying, you get to the final third and you don't have ideas.
Yeah.
Just looking at the stats in the Prem now, you have the third fewest shots on target. Newcastle is lowest with 3 so far. Sheffield United is second bottom with 4, and Man United are on 6. Just to put that into perspective.
Shots on goal.
6 shots on target so far this season.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Can I just say the funny thing about the Newcastle one was that third shot on target was the penalty.
Yeah, that includes one penalty.
That's the hater juice, man. But listen, yeah, the point that I'm trying to make here, yeah, the point that I'm
Just
trying
into
to make is,
perspective quickly. Just one. To Spurs, they've had 23. Even us on 17. Like, just to give you an example of the kind of numbers that other people are posting, innit?
Wait, what's Arsenal at? I don't think we have that many.
11. You're about mid-table.
Makes sense.
yeah, but the point I'm trying to make here, that I'm not saying that the Chelsea team had the same quality as what Tottenham has now. But the point that I'm trying to make is that if as a manager, if you're gonna have a system, because everyone's shouting about it, including me, saying that Oli don't have the system. It seems like he doesn't have a clue what he's doing, innit? Like, I don't know if he is or whatnot. He probably has a plan or something out there, but whatever it is, it's failing miserably. But what I'm trying to say is that as a manager, looking at
Don't worry, Ed will fix it.
Oh, fuck him. But at the what's it called? At the end of the day, yeah, like if you're gonna bring in players, it has to fit the style of play the style that you're actually putting out on the pitch, and we just don't have that. Like, bro, you said it with the stats, bro. How are we going with how many games he played now? 2 or so, 6 shots. That's crazy. That's actually mad. So I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. I've got nothing good to say about Man United right now, to be fair. Bruv, it is where it is. And I think it's going to be like that for a while. As I said before, I'm not going to be on the brigade of like Ollie out and all this shouting about it. But as I said in the last podcast, he's not the man to take us forward. No way.
Ollie at the wheel, baby.
See it. Bro. Listen, I like the way that you have this confidence, but I'm just waiting for the day when you burn that shirt. Actually, can we have a live show? We should all meet up in a park, and I want to see you burn this.
Sorry. Just so I'm clear, you guys are putting somehow West Brom and Fulham. You're putting your hopes on West Brom and Fulham because
I'll bring the petrol, Dej.
I'll bring
the match.
I'll bring the you know the extra long matches, them long ones. No, but G, you're not getting it. You're not getting what we're trying to say. What I'm trying to say.
I get what you're trying to say. Is that
this season specifically this season, I'm telling you now, these teams that you think you're gonna go smack. I like the confidence. It's cool. Bro,
understand. It's not. This is not across the board confidence. I'm not looking at the Prem and then going, oh yeah, we can take those. No, I'm saying right that there are certain teams that I could like say for example, if we're playing Newcastle or playing Brighton or we're playing like I have a healthy respect for those teams. And like, okay, you know what? On your day you can fuck us up. Not fucking West Brom and not fucking Fulham, right? It just no. Just I refuse to live in a universe where West Brom and Fulham are fucking threats. It just doesn't make sense. No. Especially, like, dude, this, again, I fall back to West Brom in the 2 games before have done literally fuck all. Like, I don't understand why it is that you're suddenly saying, oh, like, it's not like, so Leeds played the way they played against, what's the word? They played against the way they played against Liverpool. Their next 2 games, they turn up and they win, right? And they turn up, they win. Excellent. Makes sense. I can take that. West Brom, they have not, like, they had.
Do you know who Leeds' second game was against?
Fulham.
Yeah, do you know what the score was? 4-3.
4-3. Oh, was it?
Fulham.
Oh, no, sorry. 1-0 was their other game. So, yeah.
3 goals against Leeds, who are apparently this really good team that could go places.
This is what I'm saying. And even my point, I was even going to bring up Man City and Leicester. Like going into, well, you know what? To be fair, going into that game with no strikers.
Like that. Don't disrespect.
No. I'm not disrespecting Leicester, but I didn't think they were going to win like that. I actually did not. I did not think they were going to win like that.
Again,
not like that.
Exactly.
Like I said, if it's Leicester and Leicester's beating teams, I'll take it. If it's who else? No, not Leeds. Give me a team.
Everton.
Aston Villa could beat a team, and I'll take it. West fucking Brom. No, just no. Not having it. Because here's the thing. It's like it's not this. What exactly were they building on? What is West Brom building on in 2 games previously that would mean they would face Chelsea and Chelsea would have a hard problem?
Oh, I mean, they've got a building platform now. They just drew 3-3 of Chelsea. So by the time they get to you, listen.
like I said, if West Brom takes points of Arsenal, I'm burning the jersey, and I will have no hope in this team for the rest of the season.
D, quick one, yeah? So
Yeah.
first game week, West Ham lost 2-0 to Newcastle.
Okay.
Right? They then go and beat Wolves 4-0.
Yes, West Ham also lost to us. What's your point?
So how the hell does that work, man? If there are
Because here's the thing: when West Ham lost to Arsenal, right? They barely lost because they made us work for that win. So yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that happening. Two, West Ham again is like, for better or worse, like, you know, everyone always likes to slag them off and shit. They're still an established Premiership team. Let's not get it twisted. West Ham, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Were they not in the Prem last season? Did they get relegated?
No,
I don't think so.
They're not that great though. They're not that. They're not that good.
They lost 2-0 to Newcastle, who then
That's what I'm saying. They're not that. West Ham ain't all that. West Ham is like.
Did Village pay you guys to hype up his team? I don't understand how you guys are talking. Like,
I'm not hyping up. Listen, I'm not hyping up West Brom. I'm not hyping up West Brom. But the problem that I'm having here, I'm saying this is the problem I'm having. The problem that I'm having, and I'm sure Callum can agree with this, is the confidence that's coming out of Arsenal of an Arsenal fan right now.
Callum, are you agreeing with him because you guys just drew a West Brom?
I've said it since from day one. There will be no guaranteed points in this Premier League.
100%. There's no guarantee.
Okay. Allow me to explain something right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I would take Arsenal losing to any other team, and I'll take it, and I'll be like, that's fair. You know what? Fair enough. It's all good. I would take it. West Brom.
You'd be okay with losing 3-0 to Newcastle?
I would take it. Yes. I would take it because
okay.
Because you know what you guys fail to understand is that especially with Arsenal, I'm never this confident, especially when it comes to opposition. Like the teams that I can look at and I can go, oh, you know what, on the day they can do us. Here's the thing: I watched West Brom last season in the Championship.
Yeah.
And I saw them play against Huddersfield. I saw them play against all these teams, and I saw them get really careless, and I saw them get really bad. Like, they just made mistakes, right? Yeah. I don't have any confidence in that team, straight up. When it came down to it, and somehow Brentford didn't get promoted, I was so disappointed because Brentford, I actually know, I've seen the team, I believe in their structure. I think they're a really good team, and them not making it this time may be a blessing in disguise to let them like tune out the rough edges and come back better. Maybe next season in the Prem. I'm expecting Brentford in the Prem at some point.
But don't forget the players that they've lost, though, man.
Oh no, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's how much I trust the structure of Brentford for them to recover, right?
Okay.
Brom is not the team.
But mate, there's a difference. You can't take a game in the Championship where they're playing open and expansive football against a weaker team, and then
they weren't even playing open and expansive football against the weaker team.
They can't. You can't take a game where they're playing open and expansive football against another team and passing versus a game where they literally have 11 players in their penalty box. They literally had that for like 75% of the game.
Do you know what this conversation is making me realize? I am going to hate West fucking Brom as much as I hate Stoke by the end of the season.
I'm telling you, bro, like Callum said, it's not guaranteed. I'm telling you now. No, anybody can get it. Anyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Apart from Liverpool, it's looking like anyone can get it. Apart from Liverpool, to be fair.
Bro, even Liverpool have been a bit lucky, like against.
Yeah, it's true, bro. The mistakes are, Van Dijk. Anyways, you know what, guys? Right, guys, we're gonna have to leave this one here. It's getting a bit heated, as you can see. The veins are coming out.
If someone sets West Brom Stadium on fire, honestly, no, it's me, because you two have pissed me off to the point where I'm just kind of like, are these man really trying in this day and age to sell me on West what?
Guys, as you can see, for the guys that can't even see, the best description to use is the veins are coming out of D's neck.
Because here's the thing, have you seen me react this strongly to any other thing? I haven't, and yet you man are intent on sending fucking teams to West Brom. Nah, I'm not having it.
Guys,
no, just no.
All right, guys. We're gonna have to leave that one there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this one very entertaining.
Just,
Remember, guys,
yeah, like and subscribe, and
like,
listen to us. Yeah,
like, subscribe, hit that follow button. Hit us up on Spotify as well, or other major listening podcast thingamajigs as well, pretty much. But guys, make sure you share it. We do really appreciate it. Let's keep this moving. Let's get to more times where D is getting angry. That's what we want. That's what we want.
just so you know, for those that are listening to the podcast and can't see my face on YouTube right now, I am shaking my head in derision and disgust at the fucking ridiculousness of West fucking Brom getting propped on this stupid. You know what? I'm just no, no fucking having it.
All right, guys, we're gonna leave that one there, man. Peace out.
There you go.
Bye. Cheers.